It's time for final thoughts on our younger generation. You know, we take a lot of grief for being lazy and entitled, and that may be true, but we're also inventive. We've come up with new ways of doing things like the sharing economy, dating apps, social media platforms, and some not so great things like, well, eating laundry detergent. If you haven't heard of the Tide Pod Challenge, it's pretty simple. Teens video themselves eating laundry detergent, then post it online. Yeah, welcome to 2018. Doctors, psychologists, and poison control experts are warning kids and parents of the dangers of, yes, apparently it needs to be said, eating laundry detergent. Article after article explaining what happens when a person ingests laundry detergent.
It's a super high concentration of soap detergents. That could be caustic. And what I mean by caustic is it can burn your esophagus or your feeding tube. It could also burn your airway or your breathing tubes. For an adult to try this, or a teen to try this, I'm trying to think if there's been anything dumber.
Not only is it insanely dumb, it's downright pathetic. This isn't a social media problem, a Tide problem, or even a medical problem. It's a parenting problem, like many things wrong with modern society. And I know what you're thinking. The Tide Pod Challenge couldn't possibly be political, could it? Actually, yes it is. It's just the latest symptom of a larger problem, the breakdown of the American family. It's what happens when kids aren't taught boundaries, respect, consequences, or logic. Parents nowadays are taught to live and let live. Just go with the flow. Let your teens express themselves. But this modern, loosey-goosey method of parenting doesn't teach kids right from wrong or sane from insane. It produces wild animals that think they can do whatever the heck they want and get away with it. Parents used to wash their kids' mouths out with soap, and now kids are voluntarily eating it. Is this really where we are? Pay attention, parents, and do better. Social media addiction is another major issue. These teens surely know it's not smart to eat detergent, but because their value and self-worth is determined by video views and Instagram likes, they do it anyway. Now the left, which dictates popular culture, brainwashes young people into believing they live in a world where 64 gender options are up for selection, everything is free, Beyonce is a god queen, and eating detergent is funny. Americans, we are better than this. Put down the soap, kids, and get a job. Those are my final thoughts from LA. God bless, and take care.
A deadly dare, teenagers challenging each other to eat laundry detergent pods. Oh my goodness, look at that. The cleaner filled with poisonous chemicals that can cause burns. And in the last 5 years, more than a dozen people have died from eating them, mostly adults with disabilities who didn't know better or toddlers because they thought they were candy. NBC2's Christina Mendez is in the studio looking at this very bizarre trend on the internet. It's frightening.
It really is. And teens aren't just challenging each other to eat these detergent pods, but they're also videotaping the dare. Many are looking to become what's called YouTube famous, but a local doctor says this could cost you your life.
Cleaning your laundry is mindless. You put your clothes into the washer, add detergent, and hit the start button.
That's unbelievable.
But instead of using detergent pods for the purpose of cleaning clothes,
ladies and germs,
teens are starting a new, disturbing trend.
Honestly, sauteing them in a frying pan, I am just appalled.
For Rick Garrett and David Tompkins, this is the first time seeing the dare that can turn deadly. Teens are purposely eating detergent pods.
More harmful if put in mouth or swallowed.
Ignoring warning signs and sometimes even chasing it down with bleach. Dr. Thomas Schiller says this is nothing to play with.
Ingestion of these things can be fatal. It can cause permanent injury to the mouth, to the esophagus, to the stomach.
But that's not all.
It can cause burns on the skin, burns to the eye. They're terrible.
A warning to parents that teens are trying to become YouTube famous, but at a potentially fatal cost.
For fame, it's ridiculous. There's other ways to acquire fame. Going to school, being educated. This is total ignorance.
And it is ignorance because you found today these laundry containers holding these, they're childproof for a reason.
Yeah, they have this brand new barrier you have to push down to unzip it, and yet these teens are going above that, getting into the bags. But when we talk about toddlers, they think that these are brightly colored candies. They put them in their mouths, and then, like the doctor was saying, chemical burns or worse, even fatalities at that.
All over a dare. Frightening.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for your report.